Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to your favorite channel, WILD Roblox. Today, we're going to have a murder mystery, but not just any murder mystery. We are going to have a murder mystery 2. Specifically, we are going to look at 5 tips and tricks to use in Murder Mystery 2. So let's get on with it then. Hopefully none of you watching this are good murderers, except for in the game, of course, where it's legal to be a good murderer. Today, I'm going to show you how to be a better murderer. Number 5, playstyle. Knowing your playstyle is the first tip to being a better murderer. And if you are the one who gets to be the murderer in this game, then do your best to not get caught. You can't play aggressively with a ninja perk, and you certainly can't play conservatively with a haste perk. Once you know how you play, then the tides will turn in your favor. Also, don't overestimate your abilities. You may throw the knife at a person and they can live through it.
Woo! Rock on!
Number 4, knives. Now, as the murderer, you have your knife, which does not move as quickly as a bullet. So avoiding the sheriff is imperative. You can actually throw knives with a left click to get people at long range. So knowing you do not always have to simply stab people, because that can certainly get you killed. Now, if you don't get to play the murderer and you get the sheriff, there are a few different ways to win. So I'm going to share some tips to be a better sheriff.
Considering he's laughing, let me go invisible. I'm gonna spook him.
Number 3, weapon. As I said in the tips for being a better murderer, the weapon is imperative. Now, the murderer can stab people and they can also throw knives. But the sheriff does in fact have a gun. No matter how sly the murderer is, you, as the sheriff, have the superior weapon. Use it. If you are playing and you show your weapon, then you can observe who avoids you. This is a sign as to who the killer is.
This is like 3 days worth of stuff I can craft.
Number 2, noise. As the sheriff, you need to be extremely observant. One tip I have learned is to be suspicious of any players that spawn a radio. There is a silent kill mode for the murderer, but many players don't really use that feature, so they will use other means to cover the sounds of their murderers. The most common one is the ratio. This should cause suspicion and is one of the best ways to find the killer quickly. Now, the last tip is for the majority of players. When you are not the killer and you are not the sheriff, the only role left is that of an innocent. This is the most common role that people will be in the game. There are some tips and tricks that will help you stay alive. And that
Hey, would you look at that? I'm innocent. They got my order.
is number 1, hide. It may not seem like a huge secret that the innocents need to hide to survive, but sometimes that can be a challenge if you don't know who the killer is. You can risk being seen by the killer. There are a ton of fun places that you can hide, from inside the sink or refrigerator, inside the cabinets, or even behind the doors. However, these are all known spots to hide. To resolve this would be to do an aerial view and change the hiding spots frequently. These are some simple tricks to really dominate at Murder Mystery 2. I hope these are all helpful for you, and if you find yourself with some new tips and tricks, comment with them down below. I do love new secrets when it comes to games. Thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you never miss a video.